Good morning, good afternoon. Alrighty, it looks like we have a nice group of attendees. Thank you for the emojis. We love that. I'm going to let Tony welcome everybody. Many of you are familiar with him and the KDI team, but thank you everyone for joining, and we will get started now.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Tony Smythe, Director of IT Sales here at KDI. If you don't know KDI, we are your local office technology provider. We're here today to talk about Intermedia Elevate cloud communications platform, specifically AI functionality within that platform. But KDI, we've been around 40 years. We're an MSP, so we're outsourced IT for folks who need that. We're physical security, so security alarms and access controls, office hardware, and cloud communications, amongst others. I think the value of partnering with KDI for your cloud communications is the fact that we're a local vendor, right? So if you need support, you're calling KDI. Nothing's outsourced or offshore. It's our folks. It's our help desk. If you're a current KDI client, it's the same help desk that you call into, and then we get you over to the telecom folks for that type of support. As far as today's presentation goes, we're going to give you a high level look at the product. So when we say cloud communications, it's not just phones, it's not just voice, it's internal communications. It's about how we communicate with clients, right? We're in a Amazon economy. Our clients expect that if they reach out to us, that we respond immediately. Same way with Amazon, right? You get that package same day. So this is a tool that has, the capability to communicate via text, via email, internal chat. We're on a webinar platform, but it also has a meeting platform. So to integrate all of those things that might be disparate systems into one unified platform, specifically with AI, leveraging some of the newer tools to um, pick up where we might leave off or take over redundant tasks and kind of handle a decision-making matrix for us. So the idea that if someone reaches out, they're getting that immediate response, they're being directed to the right people at the right time, and we're not missing any of that client contact. So, if we're in a sales generating scenario that, we're grabbing those opportunities right away. If we're customer service, we're servicing those clients immediately. So delivering a better client facing experience. So hopefully, when we get through it today, you've got a better feel of what the AI tools are, as well as the Elevate platform and the tools that are available here. Throw any questions in the chat. We'll be interactive, and we'll follow up obviously on anything that we need to from there.
Yes, thank you, Tony. And my name is Amy Bird. I'm an Elevate Cloud specialist here. So again, we're going to keep this high level. I love this engagement because the next slide is encouraging this type of participation. We know that a lot of you may be suffering, like most of us are, from webinar fatigue. So we want to keep this interactive. You've already familiarized yourself using the emojis at the top of your screen. Put any questions in the question mark box or within the chat. We'll be monitoring that throughout. We encourage you to stay with us for the duration of the webinar. We'll get to that here shortly in terms of an exciting opportunity for our attendees today. And if for any reason you're having any audio issues, you can click that phone button at the top right of the webinar instance to switch over to your phone. So thank you so much for spending time with us. I'm excited to share some Elevate information with everybody. But again, we know, as Tony mentioned with his great introduction, that everyone's needs and feature sets are different within your organization. So we don't want to feature dump on you today, right? We want to learn more about what your organization needs. Maybe you're using things like Microsoft Teams, and we have ways of complementing that experience as well. So again, this is to a little tastemaker, excitement builder for the Elevate instance. But put any questions or comments throughout, and we will get to those at the end. And for the first person who's joined us today that schedules a consultation, whether that's a discovery call, a demo, etc., they will receive a $100 Amazon shopping spree / gift card. So make sure you email or reach out directly to your sales rep if you have one. If you don't, reach out to Tony, and we will share his email address here again at the end of the webinar. So exciting opportunity. Make sure you schedule that consultation. Tony and I are going to hop off camera just to give us a little more real estate, as we say in the webinar world. But we will hop back on camera at the end to address any questions and thank everyone for joining us. So as Tony mentioned very well, the Elevate solution can solve for what almost every organization is suffering with right now. We call it app sprawl. Many people have single-based applications. They're toggling between different apps all throughout their day. We can solve for that. We can make it crazy simple with one intelligent communication and collaboration platform, solving for all of these single-based applications that you may be running in your organization. So you might be here simply because you need a new phone system, and that's fine. That is the core of our unified communication platform. Unlike other competitors out there, that was what our solution was built upon, is our cloud-based phone system. Many other solutions out there have recently added in the phone component. It's not a true enterprise-grade phone system that they've added in, so you can be very confident with the Elevate platform that at its core, it is that 90-plus enterprise-grade phone system. As Tony mentioned, the best part about this is it's all supported by KDI. So that's the real differentiator here when we talk about other cloud-based vendors, right? Maybe you are experiencing long support wait times when you call into other vendors, right? You're waiting for people to come on site or send someone on site to replace parts if you're using an older on-prem system. So again, service matters. Let KDI be the one to service your communication and collaboration needs for the life of the Elevate solution. So we don't just sell you the Elevate platform and pass you over to an offshore support center. You're calling KDI directly for that local support, local sales, all of that supported by your local team. That is the best part. With Elevate, you can pair up to 5 different devices. I like to tell the little funny story of I myself have not used a physical desk phone in 7 years. That's how reliable the call quality is in and of itself within our desktop and mobile application. However, we will always provide free hardware offerings with a license of Elevate. So the offerings change quarterly in terms of getting you that pre-configured phone. So they are literally plug and play phones. We work with the KDI team to port all of your existing business numbers over. No need to get a new business number. We work on the back end to configure everything on the admin side. And then the phones show up from the KDI team, ready to plug into internet and power and ready to get started to communicate throughout your day. So you can do a mix and match. We also offer headsets. You can pair a mobile device. Everyone gets our free Elevate app included. So for those of you that are like me and you're working from home one day and office the next day, maybe you're constantly on the road between meetings, there are no concerns because you can pair your business number with up to 5 different endpoints. So it can ring all of those, or you can customize that based on where you will be working for that day or that period of time during the day. Here we have the fully integrated user experience. It is the phone system. We also incorporate your video meetings, your team chat. So that's your own integrated company directory for your internal communications, as well as SMS. Everybody prefers text these days. We know that. So you can text people directly from your business number. So none of us like giving out our personal cell phone. No businesses should be allowing communications to communicate via the personal cell phone these days. So you can text people from the mobile app or the desktop app outside of your organization for that SMS capability. We also offer our own file sync and share tool. So if you're using Box, Dropbox, OneDrive for file collaboration, that is built into the Elevate platform as well, with unlimited version control for things like PowerPoint. We also have a rollback. So if someone goes in and accidentally deletes or suffers from a malware attack, we can go back and restore all of those files as well to a certain date and time. We also have our archiving solution that we acquired, so we'll dive into that today, but it's really exciting. We have to start preserving and capturing and retaining all of our communications. So we now offer that as well. So this is all AI powered. We've been investing in AI over the last 7 years. We're constantly rolling this out. The beauty of a cloud-based solution is that there's no downtime, there's no admin required to go and update. As these features are rolled out, it is automatically updated to your Elevate instance. So when we talk about those older on-premise systems, right, it's like driving a car off of a lot. It depreciates the second you drive it off that lot. With the cloud-based solutions such as Elevate, it's going to continue to get better and better every single day. We are rolling out new features. I can't even keep up with all of them, but it's automatic rollouts and upgrades to your system. We integrate seamlessly with many other third-party applications, including Microsoft Teams, and we have a full list of other CRMs, billing, other applications that you may be using that we can integrate with for things like click to call, for Salesforce, etc. We also have that 99.999% financially backed uptime. That means we have less than 26 seconds of downtime per month. That's about 6 minutes of downtime per year. We read about frequent outages all the time with other cloud-based providers. With the Intermedia Elevate solution supported by KDI, we love to boast that service level agreement. So very few outages within our platform, and we have very secure data centers as well. Tony, you'll have to help me monitor any questions if we do want to address them as they're coming in. As I talked about, the Elevate mobile app is my favorite thing to use. It's extremely reliable. There's no need to offer those company issued cell phones, right? So from even a hardware perspective, this is going to save your organization money. It's a separate business application that runs on your same personal device with all of the capabilities from the desktop application as well as your desk phone. So everything you can do on the desktop application or your desk phone mirrors over seamlessly to your mobile app experience. So if you're on the go, we offer things like call flip. So maybe you're at your desk and you have to hit the road for a meeting. You can seamlessly transfer that call over to any other paired device, say your mobile app, and hit the road for a meeting without any disruption to that existing call. So if you can't tell, I love this from a business continuity conversation. Even when you have no internet or Wi-Fi, it will run on your mobile carrier's data plan. So this is great for that continuity conversation, disaster recovery. If you're experiencing crazy weather and your home Wi-Fi or office Wi-Fi goes down, you can use your mobile app for all of your business communications. And this does cover your internal as well as external customers. So really exciting stuff. Maybe using a thumbs up emoji if you are familiar. Is anyone that has joined us today still using an older on-premise phone system and you have to upgrade that? A lot of folks we know are still using those. So the price is right. The time is now. You all that still are using an on-premise system know that these systems are going end of life, end of support. You're still paying for lines, right? The lines is an old telephony phrase. Maybe you have lines you're paying for and you don't even know who those are assigned to. With a cloud-based communication platform such as Elevate, it's a license model. We can do a mix and match of different license types, which I'm not going to bore everybody with today, but we can customize this. Maybe you don't need the full Elevate platform. We can do a mix and match of different licensing based on the needs of your individual users. So it's a license, it's assigned per user, and it will save you money because if you're using an on-premise phone system, you're still paying a different vendor for your meetings, your file sharing, for SMS, for customer experience solutions. So there is, in fact, cost savings available. Any questions here? This is an average in terms of that license cost, but on average, $25 per user per month. So let us help you make that switch, since I saw a lot of thumbs up coming across for those of you that are using an on-prem system. So Microsoft Teams, maybe using your smiley face emoji. Let me know if you're currently using Microsoft Teams for some sort of collaboration, whether it's your internal chat, your video meetings. We are a close partner with Microsoft, so this has been a really exciting release that we've made over the last year. We've worked tirelessly to improve your team's experience. So if you want to fully displace Teams, we can do that. Everything that Teams can do, Elevate can solve for. But if you have the desire to keep working in Teams, we can enhance and improve that experience. So we all know that Microsoft is not investing really in the phone capabilities, so we can complement that and plug in directly to your team's experience with the Elevate, adding that fully embedded, no middleware, enterprise grade phone system. So this gives you calling with Elevate while you can continue to use Teams for your meetings and your chats. You also get those SMS capabilities within Teams by simply clicking that Elevate button built in and embedded fully into your Teams experience. So this is just a one-off solution that we can offer you. And this highlights that desktop application where we plug in and you can do your call history, advanced hunt groups, dialing, voicemails, SMS, and company messaging within Elevate, and continue to do your meetings, chat, and files if you'd like within Teams. So really exciting stuff. This is best seen, of course, in a live demo. So if you want to keep using Teams, you're welcome to do that. I saw Tony make a little comment. Great. We're all here to learn more about AI, right? It's the hot topic. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to improve your business, your engagements with your customers, with your patients, whatever it may be, as well as your internal employees, right? It's no longer optional. It's going to make you stand out. It's going to differentiate you as an organization amongst your competition. So anyone that's still relying heavily on those legacy on-prem systems, you're going to face a 20% lower productivity rate. So the time is now to get the latest and greatest of our AI capabilities and make sure that we're going to help improve your efficiency. We're going to make things accessible and actionable for your customer insights. So we have advanced reporting that we can share with you around your engagements with your customers. We know 90% of IT leaders are already investing in tools and solutions and applications to improve your organization's customer experience. So we want to give those to you. Many people want to enhance that engagement. Maybe you're looking at your online reviews and you're seeing negative reviews around long wait times, people not getting routed to the proper departments in a timely manner. And this also keeps your own employees happy, right? We want to make our employees happy, providing them with the right tools and allowing them the option to use AI to enhance their day-to-day tasks. So we want to help you stay ahead. Our AI assistant is one of my favorite tools. You can think of this as your own little generative AI built into Elevate. This does, of course, for security purposes, have to be enabled on your Elevate instance by an admin, but you can add it to your favorites. You can ask it to help you calculate formulas, write different code, translate text. The other day, I asked it to help me explain what unified communications is to someone that has never heard of unified communications, and it spit out a lovely little explanation of what unified communications is. So AI, we want to use it. We want to encourage you to use it. I know a lot of people have been hesitant about it from a security standpoint, but we want to use it, right? We want to make it better for your employees and your customers and provide those insights from your AI assistant. We also have been releasing these new exciting AI tools for AI meeting recap. So as you're hosting a meeting within Elevate, you can enable this and it will transcribe the meeting and deliver that summary, any action items. Maybe there are certain topics or action items that are delegated to attendees on a meeting. So on the left side, you'll see that meeting summary. It generates next steps that we've spoken about, and it will show everything, including attendees, duration, date, etc. So we love the AI meeting recap. It's already out. Soon to come for your customer engagements is our AI call recap. So this will help you take a look at those recorded calls, deliver post-call insights, including sentiment. So how many of you have ever called into an organization and been so frustrated that you end up yelling representative or agent? So we can show the sentiment and we can generate reports around that. So whoever's managing your customer experience at your organization will get all sorts of fun sentiment analysis and summaries from the calls coming in. So we want to make sure we're retaining our existing customers. They're 90% more likely to buy from us, right? So we want to take a look at all of our engagements with our prospects calling in, our patients, our customers. So the AI call recap is coming out soon. I've already played around with it myself. Very exciting stuff to help improve your customer experience. We also are releasing topics and trends. So this will provide your supervisors, other business leaders with those insights into customer issues, call patterns, so we can help take a look at your business intelligence within your own organization. So all of this and more coming soon around that AI meeting recap, call recap, and topics and trends. I know we're all here to learn about AI. Within AI, we can also generate archiving. So this has been really exciting. Everything that we release within Elevate, we bring those developers in-house to help us improve the experience. So about 2 years ago, we launched our archiving. We've all been archiving our emails. Maybe you've been doing some sort of call recording or archiving for some time now, right? With another third party. We can add this on to your Elevate instance to capture all of your communications. So that's your calls, your chat, your SMS, your video meetings, as well as your customer engagements, as well as we now can capture your Teams chat, email, and Microsoft Teams video meetings within our archiving platform. So we want to make it easy for you to capture, retain, search, retrieve, and export any communications. We can put legal holds. Maybe there's a lawsuit going on for, an employee dispute or whatnot. Hopefully nobody's experiencing that, but we can place legal holds on different communications as needed. We offer this in 1, 3, 7, and 10-year retention periods. So maybe you just want to test it out. Great news. If you sign up for Elevate and you're not quite ready to add archiving yet, we can give you a rolling 30-day to play around with within your own environment, to search for, different employees, maybe customers. Many of our regulated industries have to be doing this right now. So if you're in healthcare, financial, or legal, you're most likely already doing some sort of archiving within your communications, whether it's for HIPAA or FINRA compliance. So we can now offer this. We are competitively priced. It's different state by state, right, in terms of the retention periods. But again, we offer the 1, 3, 7, and 10-year retention periods. Maybe you're not in a regulated industry, and my encouragement to you is let our archiving solution be an insurance policy for you. Maybe you have a customer that ordered the wrong thing. They're calling in. They're extremely frustrated. They want to know why you sent the wrong item to a job site. You can go back and you can search whether it was a phone call, a text message, a video meeting. You can find that and be like, sorry, Mr. Customer, here's that SMS that you sent your sales rep where this is in fact what you ordered. We are going to work with you to resolve this, right? So it's a great thing to explore. So we encourage everyone to see this as well in a demo from your archiving needs to capture, retain, and search all of your communications. Here's what I mentioned before in terms of we will include this. It does have to be enabled. So again, if you're not ready to make the full commitment for the archiving, we will give you this and enable it on your account. so you can capture and search all of those calls, meetings, chat, and SMS. So take advantage of this. I don't know how much longer we're going to be offering this 30-day retention promo, but it's exciting time for you to be exploring it within the Elevate platform. We can also text enable your main business number. This is one simple line or addition that we make to your Elevate instance. We're seeing this more and more even within advertisements, on billboards, on websites, in magazines, where it says call or text a main business number. So at your organization, we can assign a certain group of users, and you can see when your colleagues have replied to an incoming text message. I like to tell the story of when I check into a hotel these days. Maybe it's a Hilton Garden Inn. Before I even get to my room, I'm getting a text message from that main number asking me how my stay is, welcoming me to the Hilton Garden Inn. And then later that night, I get a text message from that same number, but from a different representative at the front desk. So it's encouraging people to communicate via text because 90% of us these days prefer text over calling. So let us text enable your main business number. Think of this as additional revenue to your organization. Maybe you don't even know where your calls are going or who's responsible for checking those voicemails. But if you're getting it as a text message, it's not going to be a missed opportunity for your law firm, for your museum, for your healthcare practice to miss out on that additional revenue. Wrapping it all up in a bow. I promised I would keep this content wise to 30 minutes, but again, we want to help you address the needs of your own employees, so your internal communications, as well as here in green, your customer experience. This will allow you to provide quick access to your customers, allowing them to choose how to engage with you. So maybe they don't want to call, maybe they want to text, maybe they want to use a web agent on your website. So we can make it a truly personalized experience and convenient across all of those interactions. And it's extremely reliable. And to wrap it up, we'll talk about the fact that many people, maybe many of you, think that you're providing an exceptional experience to your customers. And when surveyed, guess what? Less than 8% of customers would call it an exceptional customer experience that they're receiving. So don't be one of those that 82% of customers stop doing business with a company after a single instance of poor customer experience. So let us improve your exciting topic of customer experience. We want that to be your individual new battleground amongst your competition. Maybe we have some IT folks, so I saved this one for last because I'm not going to touch too deep on the security, but we know that it is important when moving your communications and collaboration over to the cloud to address your security concerns. So we have a triple guard security around users, application, and the cloud. We can provide you information around our data centers. So we have East and West Coast data centers for that redundancy. We have all sorts of SOC 2 documentation. So whatever security concerns you may have, we can address those with Tony and his team. So we will now get to our Q&A section, but wrapping it all up in a bow, when you choose Elevate from KDI, you get the best of both worlds. It's going to be that leading communication and collaboration platform with your local expertise to sell, support, and serve you throughout the life of your Elevate instance. So make sure you hone in on that fact that KDI is our real differentiator here. We love partnering with them, and we encourage you to set up a discovery or demo call. I'm going to hop back on camera, Tony, if you want to join me for any Q&A. I love all the emojis today. Thank you. Hopefully I kept it short and sweet. I'm on the 30-minute mark. I did my job.
Well done.
Okay. All righty. Any questions here? I'm not.
Looks like
Oh,
we've
here we
got
go.
one from Ping.
Yep. Yep.
So Ping, if you are if you do move over to the Elevate platform, it includes the meeting platform in there as well. It's not an additional license, so it's included with the platform. If you're using Teams or Zoom or some other third-party application and you're paying for it, it's just an opportunity to kind of wrap that into one platform and not incur that additional cost. So the nice thing about the meeting platform here is, it's not going to require someone outside of the organization to install anything. It's web based, and you can do all the things that you would expect to do, right? Share your screen and record it and encrypt those meetings. Amy mentioned having the transcription, so that's the AI piece with the meeting recap built in. So yeah, it's an opportunity to kind of take these other systems, these other applications, and just wrap it into one platform. So from an IT perspective, I love not having to manage a whole bunch of different software applications. From an end user perspective, it's easy to have it all bundled into one package.
Yep. And I see one about phone systems eligible for end of year tax deductions, section 179. I'm going to let you take that one too, Tony.
Yeah, sure. They are eligible. I've got additional information. So anybody who's interested in that, I've actually got a real clean one-page handout. It's basically just leveraging some of the tax code to, take advantage of end of year savings. So
Okay.
anybody who's interested or you're kind of in the market towards the end of the year, let me know and I'll get that information over to you.
And then what type of training does KDI provide if I move forward with Elevate? That's a great question. Again, we're not going to leave you, right? We're not going to sell you something and then not teach you how to use it. We support KDI. They offer end user training. They're going to help you get it set up and configured the way that you would like. And we will continue as we roll out new features, new updates. We'll work alongside the KDI team to provide that end user training as we release more.
Yeah, and there's a ton of knowledge base and videos and how-tos, but really the key is that um, if you have an end user who wants to be like a power admin and wants to be able to, install, maintain, change, make changes in the system, we'll train them on that and they can train the staff. But alternatively, if, you have staff turnover or, in education, we've got teachers who come in each year, you could have us come out and just do staff training. It might be refreshers, it might be new feature sets within the application. So that's the benefit, right? We're local, we're here, we're in your backyard. Your sales rep, your technical folks, we're both available ongoing.
Yep. And I saw a great question. This is being recorded, so we can share this with you, Kathy. I would love if you would share it with your director and server expert, so we can definitely make that a follow-up item to get folks the recording. I see another question about different rates for nonprofits. So we can work with that separately, Ping, in terms of pricing, right? We can work with Tony and his team around the needs. There isn't specific nonprofit or charity licensing per se, not like a Microsoft licensing model, but we can work with you on the needs and can get very competitively priced.
Yeah, we've got a really large nonprofit base, Ping. So as far as being competitive and making sure that you're getting, those discounts that you're used to seeing in nonprofit, we've got the ability to do that. A lot of flexibility.
In terms of different languages, we do support, I believe it's 30 countries right now, but in terms of the specific language, I'm not sure if you're referring to meetings, but we can take that as a follow-up item as well.
Yep.
Ping, any other
And
questions?
I do have a law firm that does immigration law, and one of the things that they liked about adopting this platform was um, voice is not their primary communication method with their client base. Folks are from all over the place, so they're using email and SMS. and it's all built into that Elevate platform with that archiving piece attached. So if I need to go back historically and look at a conversation, there's some really creative ways that we could, integrate language into the environment. So yeah, there's some neat things we could do there.
We can use our AI assistant to translate text as well. So,
There you go.
gonna check one more spot here. Well, I appreciate everyone staying on and joining us today. Tony, thank you for having us. And hopefully, everyone's excited to set up that consultation, schedule that discovery call, demo. Let us show this to you in action. It's the best way to see it. Once you see it, you're going to want it. So, hopefully, everyone got some great info today. And reach out to your sales rep if you have an existing rep, or feel free to email Tony, and the team will get back with you shortly.
Thanks, everybody.
I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.
Take care.